Hi everyone. So we left in the same place in the last video, so we have to continue, or we are going to continue from there or here, right? So this is fine. So now I hope you have understood what we are supposed to do. So this makes sense, right? So now you may ask me, so how we can do this? You cannot manually bring a number and put inside the Arduino. You cannot do it. There must be a way. Okay. Again, the variable come to the game here, right? Here comes the variables. Okay, so this scenario, this adding removing also should be done using this code only in the interface, because this is the only thing you have. This interface is the only thing you are having to communicate with Arduino by coding, by writing code. Okay, so as assigning a value to a memory location of X should be happening in the code itself. Okay, let's see this. So normally we are doing such things before void setup. Okay, before typing the void setup, just type and enter, and we are doing such kind of things. Which kind of things? This kind of processes. Okay, here X is called variable. Okay, why X is called a variable? Because the value of the X can vary. Vary means change. Yes or no? Why? Because earlier it was 7, now it is 12, later you can change it to 10. Why? Because here you can change the number, right? So since it is varying means changing, X is called variable, something that can be changed. Okay, fine, only there. So now how we can let's say use a variable, or how we can do something regarding to a variable in the code. Okay, that's a question. So there are few things. Okay, so if you want to do this kind of procedure, okay, we have to do two things. First thing, we say variable declaration. Okay, and the other thing is called variable initialization. Okay, so these words have nothing to do much actually. Declaration means you are saying about X. You are telling the Arduino, I am going to do a thing, and please remember the name of the variable is going to be X. That is what we are calling as declaration. Declaring there is a variable called X. Okay, initialization means giving a value to the X memory location. Okay, you can change the value later, but initially first time you are giving a value, right? So that is called initialization. Okay, so first time we are doing only the two things, right? Later we can change it, okay, when we need it. Okay, that's fine. So how we can do a variable initialization or variable declaration and initialization in the code? That is a question. Okay, that's fine. So let's say there is a format to do it. Okay, I will write the format here. Okay, so you can manually write that code to do that. So first you have to write the data type of the variable. Then you have to write the, so you can forget these two symbols, right? This is just I have added because this data type means there should be something coming here. Okay, then you can write the name of the variable. So as I said, what is the name? X is the name. Okay, so then you know here we have to replace it with X. It should be X. Okay, fine. Then you have to put an equal, and you have to give the value of the X. What is the initial value we are giving? Number 7. Got it? Right. So there's a thing you can note while you are doing these three things with an equal. You can note these two scenarios are covered. What is that? Variable declaration. Okay, so I am going to say I have a variable that is X. So we are saying the name here, right, along with the data type. Data type and name is here. So the declaration is finished. Then initialization, we are doing the other side of the equal symbol. Okay, so that is what it is, giving a value to the variable. You understood? Then as usual, at the end of every line we are giving a semicolon every command. So here also we should have, that is a common rule. Okay, so guys, please remember, this is the rule for in almost any programming language. If you are going to use a variable, this is the rule. Okay, so now you know the name of the variable, it is X. You know the value you are going to be giving. So what is this thing, data type? Okay, we will see that. Let's say in our case, what can be the values of x? 7 is 12. What are the other pins? 13, 9, 10, 1. Arduino pins, right? 2, 3, blah blah blah, right? So what is the common thing for all these things? They are all numbers. Okay, you get it? They are all numbers. So in our case, for x we are going to assign a number value. Okay, so if you are going to assign a number value, okay, in another word, these numbers are integer number values. Yes or no? Integer means what? Full numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1.5 is not an integer. It is not a full number. It is a point number, right? So full numbers. Okay. So you are going to give a full number. Integer number. So if you are going to assign an integer number to a variable, the data type we are mentioning in the coding as integer. That means int. Okay, the data type is integer or integer number, but in the coding, if we are going to tell integer number, we are using only these 3 lines. We are not writing these lengthy things, small int. So if you see this word int, you will understand, okay, this x is going to have only integer number value, nothing else can be coming. Okay, just for a little more information, okay, little more information, I will tell, if you are going to use 1.5 for a value, not for a pin but as a value, okay, 1.5 or a point value, you can use another variable called data type called float. Okay, 1.5, 2.2, if you are going to store like that, because it is not an integer number value. Okay, it is for an extra information. Okay, we will talk about the data type later. For the moment, if you understand this scenario, this is enough. I'm sorry. So now let's write the scenario here. Okay, why is this coming here? I'm sorry. Okay, let's try to write the name to x. Okay, so first write the data type. I'm going to use an integer, so int is there. Name is which? X, and then I will put an equal, and what is the value? 7, and semicolon. So remember, this is the way you are going to mention a variable. Okay, data type, variable name, and value. Okay, so I will type it here. So as I said, we should do those things on before the void setup, right? So I'll make a small space and I will say integer x is equal to 7. At the very moment I am saying this, okay, this process will happen. Arduino will find a memory location, name it as x, and put number 7 or the value 7 inside that. These all 3 things will be done when at the very moment you are saying this. Okay, now we are using x here, right? So every time this program is running, Arduino will come and refer here. Here means where? In this memory location. So he is using x. What is x? X is 7. All good. So he will replace, Arduino will replace 7 wherever you are using x. Okay. Now you are changing the LED to a new pin, and that new pin is 12. Okay. So now you are supposed to replace the value, take the 7 out and 12 here, right? So you come to the code again and come here, delete the 7 and make it 12. At the very moment you are doing and compiling or uploading the code, Arduino will come and take the 7 out, okay, and manually put the 12 here. Okay, or in other words, when you are re-uploading the code, everything will be uploaded again. So again Arduino will rename, delete everything. Again Arduino will rename a memory called x and input 12 in the same place. So you don't need to worry about this. So just remember, 12 will be coming in the memory name x. Okay, so now x is 12. So 12 will be replaced wherever you are using x. So you don't have to type 100 times. You are supposed to type only one time, 7 or 12. So now make sure your LED is in pin number 12 now. You understood, guys? So the rest I will continue in the next video, guys. Until then, have a great day here. Bye.